do, it still should be very yummy and delicious. These brownies were such a pleasant surprise. So we're making flourless, gluten-free, vegan brownies, and they're chewy and fudgy and delicious, and you're just gonna love them. And I think you'd be surprised how easy they are to make. This is a 4-ingredient brownie, so it couldn't be simpler. All the nuts are providing good fat, so you'll feel very satisfied, but there's no sugar, so you won't be in the sugar coma. And even the cocoa powder is organic. So we're going to start with 2 cups of walnuts. We have 1 cup of cocoa powder, 2 cups of dates, and then half a cup of almonds. So let's start with the walnuts. You need your food processor for this recipe, and we're going to turn these walnuts into a very fine powder. Meal, it's very finely ground. Now we're going to add the cocoa powder, and we're just going to combine these 2 ingredients. All right, it's perfectly combined. Now we're going to add the dates. Now when you get dates, I recommend organic. If they're not pitted, make sure you remove those pits. And what you want to do is pour some hot water over them. Let them sit for at least 10 minutes so that they've softened. I did this wrong once, and those dates are very stiff, and you will have a very unhappy food processor. So we're going to add a few at a time, and these are pitted. And what's going to happen, we might not need the full 2 cups. We're going to turn this into a nice thick batter. It's all combined. We have our nice thick dough. So we have our parchment paper. We're going to put that on top of our pan, and we're going to get this thick dough, and it is thick, into the pan, and then you're just going to push it down. So this really is something you do with your hands. The dough in here, I flattened it out with the back of a spoon. Now what we're going to do is add our half a cup of chopped almonds. These are organic, of course, and we're just going to push them into the top. Just grab them with your hands, sprinkle them around the top. And kids can have a lot of fun with this dessert because it's very hands-on, no cooking. So I pushed the almonds in. As you can see, this is very solid, but you want to put it in the refrigerator for a good 15-20 minutes just so it really solidifies. And while it's getting cool, I'm going to show you the fun topping we're going to make. Our brownies are chilling in the refrigerator. We're going to give them about 15-20 minutes, and in the meantime, we're going to make our 3-ingredient ganache. We're going to start with a 1/4 cup of coconut milk. This is the full-fat coconut milk, organic. This is a great oil for you. Coconut is very healthy. It's great for the thyroid. It actually helps you lose weight. It is very satisfying. So we're going to let that heat on a pretty low heat. So we're going to turn this down to low medium because we don't want to burn our chocolate. Now we've got bittersweet chocolate. So this ganache has a little bit of sugar in it, but not too much because we're using the bittersweet. So we've got half a cup. Each one of these bars is 2 ounces. And then we gently let it melt. We're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Salt brings out the flavor in your food. So a little bit goes a long way. And then we're going to let it melt. It's melting. It smells delicious, even though there's only 2 ingredients in here. It's almost melted completely. We're going to add just a teaspoon of coconut oil, organic of course, and that's just going to help the ganache spread easily on the brownie. Took the brownies out. They're nice and cool and solid. We're going to add the ganache on top and just spread it like you would any frosting, and then it's going to be back in the refrigerator to cool, and then we'll be ready to enjoy. Ganache all over the brownie. We're going to put it back in the refrigerator to solidify, and then I'm going to show you what it's going to look like. But this was so simple. It's a raw dessert, very low sugar. There's no sugar in the brownie. Healthy nuts, healthy coconut oil, and it's grain-free, it's gluten-free, of course. It's vegan, organic, and I know you're going to love it. Let me know how you do, and until next time, I wish you very good health.